Hey everyone, welcome to Kel's Cards and Cracks. As you can see in front of you, there's a box of 1981 Donruss with cards in it. I was at an antique shop in the middle of nowhere, Kansas, South Central Kansas, just running around with the wife. We were looking at different things and picking up some odds and ends, and there just sat this box. And the guy's like, I want 40. I said, would you take 20? He said, sure. And you know what? I don't know what's in here, but I thought the 81 Donruss box is in pretty good shape. No, it's not perfect. I'm not going to sell it. But as I continue
It
to...
also has Mike Schmidt on it, so that's fun.
Yeah, it has Mike Schmidt. I got my son with me. We're just hanging out. But we're just going to open up these we're just going to go through here and see if there's anything in there that we should be excited about. Obviously, if it's from the 81 era, fortunately, that's pre-junk wax, although if there's a lot of 81 Donruss in there where it doesn't look like it because, they had that really, really white paper. But we're just going to go through some stuff, and we're going to see what we got in here. Just grab some. I'm trying to grab without destroying the box. I'm going to go through here like that. Pop that a little bit. And you're invited to enjoy our journey, and maybe we'll just kind of if we get some Hall of Famers or something.
Billy Martin, that's a fun one right off the rip.
Right out of the gate.
And a 75 right afterwards.
Okay, we'll throw that 70. Yeah, anytime we get 75, anything. It's my favorite set. Always will be. See here, Hernandez, Rick Russell. Oh, Billy Buckner. If you're an 86 Red Sox fan, ouch, but that's cool. Tyson. So these are 81s. Oh, look at this.
This is just a fun name. Sixto Lizcano.
Yep, Sixto Lizcano. But check that out. Pascual Perez and Tony Pena rookie. All right. Manager. Junior played in the big leagues. Tony Pena. Look at two of them. Three of them. Three Penas. All right. That's cool. And hey, Jerry Royce from 75. Okay. This is already so worth $20 just because that's not even in horrible condition. I mean, the 81 Flair, they flooded the market. Remember, we could get them $5 for $1. Obviously, this is sorted by his teams. You can't have all 26 teams as many of these. Who knows what we're going to find? Bavacquas, Matt Alexander. It'd be nice to get a Stargell or a Parker, but somehow I doubt it. I'm sure they've been combed through Foley, but I mean, we did see the Pena rookie. John Stearns record breaker card. That's 1979 tops. Doug Flynn. Hubie Brooks and Mookie Wilson rookie? No way. I remember we actually chased both of these. Hall of Famer. Team card. Holy mackerel. On a Saturday afternoon. John Stern, Claude Ellis.
Murphy.
Oh, we'll throw
Almost Hall of Famer.
81. They should put him in. And they're not in bad shape. I mean, the corners are reasonably sharp. Claudell Washington. I mean, I'm kind of, old school for those that remember when we were that age. Look, 81 Reardon. Not too shabby. Yeah, I know they're not.
One of the most random MVPs.
Oh, hold on.
Burrows.
Jeff Burrows, 81 Fleer. And yes, our phone technology.
The Mad Hungarian.
Oh, played for the Royals. Let's back him up a little bit so we get a good, clear picture of there. Al Raboski. I remember as a kid watching him do the ritual behind the mound. And he'd come in and he'd do the job most of the time. Wow. 81 tops. Claudell, Jim Beatty, Jim Anderson. Okay, this is already way too cool for words.
Oh.
We're going to keep...
There's a 75 that I just opened right to.
Another Jerry Royce. Obviously Pirates, so we're going through some Pirates teams again. Again, it's been combed because, we're not seeing any Stargells or Parkers, but Ed Ott from the 79 tops. Just how cool these were. Manny Sanguillen, that's a 76. We got a 1976 Manny Sanguillen card.
Pirates need to go back to those uniforms.
Back it up a little bit on the video. There you go.
They need to go back to those uniforms. Those
yes, they do.
Much nicer.
Rolling Office. Now we're in some Expos. Oh. Wow. There's a Hall of Famer. Andre
Here's
Dawson.
probably the best pitcher of the 80s. He could
Yeah.
arguably be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he was fantastic for a long time. Jerry. Oh, look at that. 2 Hawks. Now, I will tell you this story. Let's show some stuff. What do we got here?
We have World Series winning Royals manager Ned Yost.
Yeah, we
Got
do.
not one, but 2 of them.
Oh my God, this is the $20. This is the $20 box of memory lane right there. But the thing is, with Andre, when he got traded to the Cubs, I was a kid and we didn't have cable TV, and but my grandpa in Norfolk, Nebraska, was one of the first to get cable up there, and he used to watch the Cubs and the Braves, and so whenever we'd visit, we would watch, and I tell you what, he would cuss Andre Dawson every time he struck out, and as soon as he hit a home run, he was the greatest acquisition the Cubs had ever made, and he was an old German guy, came over on the boat, and that's a different story, but yeah, it was, just how he was. But check that out. Bob Welch from 1981, also really good pitcher at the time. Now we're into some Dodgers. Stanhouse, Ferguson, Bert Hooton. I think Bert Hooton gave up some home runs to Reggie Jackson in the series. Terry Forster. Wow, this is just crazy, the fun here. This is what it's about. $20. Some guy's farm, antique store on a farm. It's actually the farm. I don't remember. I think that was in the name, but it was an old house, 2-story. One dude watching TV right by the register. I wanted that 81 Donruss box, and I had a $20 bill. Here we go. Here's some actual 81 Donruss. Len Cicada. Orioles. Boddicker. Boddicker had some pretty solid years for a while. Oh!
We have the Mad Hungarian again, but it's a 75.
And as a Cardinal before he was a Royal. That is bananas. We got some record breaker Sammy Stewart with the Orioles. I bet we don't see any Eddie Murray 81.
Here's another Andre Dawson.
We'll take a Hall of Famer every day. Doug DeCinces, Rick Dempsey, Belanger, great shortstop, no average. Dennis Martinez, great pitcher. Actually, how many wins did Denny Martinez end up with? It was 260, wasn't it? It was close.
It was over 200.
Yeah.
This is a great name.
Rolling up.
Office.
I'm going to roll
and
out.
we also have Captain America.
Steve Rogers. Nice.
Or Psy, as he liked to be called. According to the wrong stuff. There's another Andre Dawson.
Oh, 81 Fleer Andre Dawson. Wow. Apparently, whoever was poking through these...
Rodney Scott. This is the reason why Bill Lee walked out on the Expos, is when they cut him. So this card isn't worth anything, but it's going in that pile.
It's going in the fun pile. Yep, exactly. And
Dick Williams.
Well, Richard Dick. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, we'll keep it family oriented. But big Bill Lee fans here. In fact, we got a whole pile of them. And that's probably another video before a Sunday break. We'll talk about that. But wow, there's Tippy Martinez, brother of Dennis. Is that not correct? Aren't Dennis and Tippy brothers? I believe it.
I've got a big run of 75s in here.
No way. Flanagan. Okay. Team
Stout,
cards.
Isn't that great?
Look at this. Chicago White Sox, Baltimore Orioles, 1980. These are from 1980. Oh, look, I got some.
Here's 4 75s right here, and one of them's Toby Hara.
Toby Hara?
Two Toby Haras.
Oh, wow, that is bananas. All right, so Bob Lemon, White Sox, that's a 78.
Oh, here's another 75.
Nice. La Russa manager. Okay, look at Tony La Russa. He looks young in 81. He's won a few World Series. All right. 81 Future Stars. This is crazy. Steve Trout needs to be in a boy band. Absolutely a hair metal band later on. I think he might have been the bass player for Skid Row. I am not sure. Wow.
Pete Rose, as a manager, ran this guy into the ground. And it's one of the reasons why they figured out that he was betting, was that he ran him into the ground on games
Mario
he bet on.
Soto was so good, too. This Fred Norman card, that's got a weird, you know what? That's got a weird tint to it. I know it's just printing and stuff, but okay. 1980 Orioles team card. Oh, check it out. Wow.
Steady Eddie.
Hall of Famer.
He
500.
had one of the funnest cards to use in Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show this year so far.
Well,
And then speaking of Moneyball, there's the manager Art
yeah.
Howe.
Oh yeah. You know what? Philip Seymour Hoffman. Too bad he's passed. Fantastic job as Art Howe in Moneyball. Wow, Stoddard, Graham. So we got a bunch of Orioles. Cannot
Got 2 more 75s. Cliff Johnson.
Wow. It's almost like it. I mean, okay.
I got a couple more 75s. I got Horatio Pena
And
Tom Egan.
It's like, how do you even? I mean, literally, I don't. This is bananas. I cannot believe that we're just. I was like digging on the 79s and 81s. I knew it'd be close. Jim Bibby is an all-star back in the day. 3 of them. There's another Bibby card. Oh, one of my favorites, Kent Tekulve, submarine reliever, probably weighed 110 pounds, way before Dan Quisenberry. Of course, being a Royals fan, gotta love the quiz.
Okay, that's perfect for that. Freddie Patak, the only good Royals shortstop not named Bobby Witt.
Yep, that is true. I just, again, we spent. I just a $20 bill. Okay,
Here's another Diamond Dynasty legend, Bobby Grich. He's very fun to use at second base. He has a very nice swing.
For those of you young gamers, and the condition of these is just phenomenally good for the
these
time.
cards are in really good shape still.
Bunch of Bob Watsons.
There have been a couple.
Oh wow,
that have been
it was
wet,
like 5. What? Jim Clancy, Barry. I mean, just wow. You spend $25 on a blaster box, get 6 packs, random run into. Again, just happen to be there, and I know we go into antique stores and stuff, and people are just hawking crap for really high prices. And I'll use the word crap; it's junk a lot of times. But for whatever reason, and again, it goes back to I just really kind of wanted that '81 Donruss box. But I got Billy Martin, the manager, and all of
the human rain delay. Mike Hargrove.
Wow. 5 Billy Martin manager cards from 81 Flair. Yeah, they're probably worth 20 cents. That's if somebody in the Billy Martin family wants to pay me for them. But all the back and forth, the Steinbrenner days, getting fired, rehired, the feuds, the arguments with Reggie Jackson, because, Reggie Jackson was Mr. October, and he was the straw that stirred the drink, as he would tell you. Len Barker threw a perfect game. Jerry Binsky, Sid Munch. Oh, I got a couple 75s. Joe Liz, couple of Indians. Not in great shape. Does not matter. I am tickled. Victor Cruz, Gary Gray. These are guys that played ball 80s. Team cards. Yeah, there's probably something in here that, I can get $20 out of if I really worked at it. Here's a 77 Paul Mitchell. I got 4 buybacks, some through the hobby, I think, and the 26 Heritage. I got this one for less than $20.
Okay, I didn't even realize that with these Rangers team cards, I see the name Don Zimmer. Every time I think of Don Zimmer, I remember Pedro throwing him to the ground.
I remember that too. All right, remember when Mike Norris was awesome pitcher? And he had this is not his rookie, but he had a couple good years. Of course, another Billy Martin. Mario Guerrero, not Pedro, Mickey Klutz, Rick Langford, Heath. More Billy Martins. Apparently, I got all the Billy Martin manager cards from 1981 Flair I'll ever need.
We got another Kent Tekulve.
Oh, God, I love it.
They're a random Pirates fan at a Pirates Rockies game last year. Had a Kent Tekulve jersey on.
Let's talk about George Scott. There's a guy that put up some numbers. 200 and some home runs. More George Scotts from 1979.
And
some of these old guys just get no love.
Who was featured in the wrong stuff.
Yeah, some of these guys just get absolutely no love. Here's a 78, Mike Lom, and then we got. All right, who is the Red Sox futures? Hurst, he pitched a little bit. Reed Nichols got a little.
Paxton. Another Kent Tekulve, but I have something fun.
Okay,
is baseball's Forrest Gump, Dusty Baker.
All right, do explain why.
Because he's been involved in basically everything, and it's known that Dusty Baker helped pioneer the high five as a celebration.
Had no idea. I'm not sure what's up with this Mike Paxton 78 card. I don't think I've ever seen it. It almost looks painted there like they had to Photoshop it in the 70s. Richie Zisk, a solid player back from my youth. Richie Zisk was a hard out. Was a great player. And then, okay, a couple more 75s. Got a couple Larry Hardys and a Enzo Hernandez. John Candelaria, also part of the Pirates when they were fantastic, and another great pitcher. Probably doesn't get enough due. Lee Lacy. Oh wow. These just 1980. Okay, here. Dick Bozeman. Check out that disco hair. I'm gonna throw a couple innings, and then I'm going to put on my big wide collar, and I'm going to be out at Studio 54 all night. If you're old enough to understand any of that, then you're my people.
Now, I don't like country music, but if you're a country music fan, you might see a name you recognize here. That's Tug McGraw. This is actually Tim McGraw's dad. So if you didn't know, Tim McGraw's dad was a baseball pitcher for the Phillies and got the final out of the 1980 World Series against the Royals.
And unfortunately got brain cancer and passed away.
Which, there's some weird stories out there about how the field at Veterans Stadium was actually killing old players from the Phillies because a shocking number of players from that era got brain cancer and died. And he was one of them.
That is, okay, I don't know about the conspiracy, but it's worth it checking into. Phil Garner with the A's. Look at that mustache, never won it. Claudell Washington, also really good player back in the day. Joe Coleman, look at these. I mean, I'm stunned. I can't. Billy Martin will not go away. Zisk is not going away. George Medich, 79. Yeah, Richie Zisk. Again, tough out. Len Barker. What year is it?
He's thrown a perfect game.
He did. I was trying to figure out when Barker's rookie was. Yeah. Looks like a kid there. Bump Wills. There is an error in the 81 tops. I don't remember the other team, but this ain't it, I'm sure. But still. And underrated Hall of Famer, Ferguson Jenkins. You know what? It's kind of like I talked about Ellie De La Cruz not getting the card love that he should. Medich and another Wills. But, there's a guy that amazing career, Cubs, Rangers, obviously, a lot of lore. Yeah, he got busted for, he liked to smoke a little pot once in a while, and he got busted, and I think people frowned on that. That was 1979, 1980. It's 2026. Are we still going to hate on Ferguson because he was fantastic? But that is probably the coolest non-crack we've had in a long time. And I'm going to fix this box. It will continue. It's not perfect. It's obviously not a resale box, but I don't know. Apparently this guy's had it a while. He had a sticky tag on it. I don't know if that's 80 cents or $80. I don't like it on there because I'm afraid to rip it off because you know what? Overall, this is in pretty good shape. An old serial number. It was fun. Like I said, I happened to be with the wife. We were having a great day. Had father-in-law with us. We were looking at stuff, and we just happened to be on this highway, and then we saw the sign, and we stopped. $20 later, I got an 18-minute video that probably won't go viral, but it's probably the favorite one we've shot so far. One, I get to do it with my kid, and two, wow, there's so much memory and so much about my childhood right there. So, Kel's Cards and Cracks, Sunday night, one box at a time, building sets. Stay tuned. Check out the eBay, and who knows? Next time you see something random like that for $20, and you think, I don't know. It's $20. You've got it. Spend it. Have fun with it. See you later.